Hello all. In this tutorial, we are going to learn about basics of API. We are going to cover what is API, how it works, some real-time examples of API, difference between web service and API, what is SOAP and REST, example of REST request, what is WSDL and UDDI, basics of frequently used request types and responses. So let's start learning APIs. What is API? API means Application Programming Interface. It is a mechanism that allows the communication between two applications using a set of rules and protocols. An API can be used for web-based application, operating systems, database systems, computer hardwares. It is considered as the part of integration testing. The web-based applications APIs are nothing but the web services. How APIs work? As I mentioned earlier, API is the mechanism that allows the communication between two applications using a set of rules and protocols. So client application request to the service provider for one of the service application. The API takes the request and hands it over to the service provider, and it passes the response from the service provider to the client application. There are many examples of APIs. Each and every web application that we use contains APIs. I will give you few examples of APIs. First example that I will give you is Trivago website. This Trivago.in website is a hotel booking website. This website takes the details from other websites, that is booking.com, Airbnb, trip.com, Expedia, and then displays those details in their website. How do they get access to the other websites for the data? How they access the data from other websites and display it in their website? And that too the live data, which gets updated every minute. This can be done using APIs. The websites, they provide the APIs to Trivago, and Trivago uses that API to fetch the data from these websites, the live data from these websites. So as I explained you earlier, the client application request for the details from the service provider, and service provider responds to the client with the details, and this request and response process is done through the APIs. In our example, Trivago.in is a client, and the other websites, that is booking.com, trip.com, Airbnb, these are the service providers, and Trivago sends the request asking for the availability of the hotels to these websites, and these websites sends the response to Trivago about the availability, and this happens through the APIs. There are many other such examples. Whenever we log in or register to any of the websites, nowadays we get the option to log in through Facebook or through Gmail account, Google account. So how do they do it? How they interact with our Google account or Facebook account? They do use APIs. So API is a interface that runs and delivers the details or data from the application you are using to the other application over the internet. It then takes the response from other application and delivers it back to your application. APIs do interact between applications or data or devices. They allow the transmission of data from system to system, creating connectivity. In short, it acts as a middleman between two applications or machines. Let's see the difference between Web services and APIs. Web services are the implementations of APIs to communicate between two applications over the network. Web services needs network to communicate, whereas API does not need any network connection to communicate. All web services are API, but all APIs are not web services. Why? Because the web-based application APIs are the web services, but the other APIs, we use APIs for computer operating system communication. We use the APIs to communicate between databases. We use the API for computer hardware communication. So these APIs are not the web services. The APIs that are used for web-based application communication are called as the web services. Web services API types. SOAP, Simple Object Access Protocol, XML RPC, JSON RPC, and REST, Representational State Transfer. REST is the most popularly used API type these days. Let's see what is REST and what is SOAP. SOAP is a protocol and REST is an architectural style. Data passed in SOAP is in XML format, whereas REST permits different type of data formats such as plain text, XML, JSON, HTML, etc. SOAP cannot make use of REST as SOAP is a protocol and REST is an architectural style. But REST can use SOAP as protocol for web services. Let's see the example of REST. REST request is a kind of URL which is divided in four parts. First is the HTTP or HTTPS, that is the protocol. Then comes the URL or server path. Then the next part is of resource path or endpoint. And if there is question mark, then after the question mark, whatever is there is called as the parameters, which are passed for that request. Let's learn about WSDL and UDDI. We use WSDL in SOAP requests. WSDL means Web Service Description Language. It is often used in combination with SOAP and XML schema to provide web services over internet. Service provider publishes an interface for his web services that describes all attributes and functionalities of web services. This is XML based interface and is called as WSDL. We use this WSDL in SOAP request. To convert these WSDL in the request format, there are tools available on the web. What is UDDI? UDDI is a Universal Description, Discovery and Integration. UDDI actually is a dictionary where all service providers keep their WSDL documents so that clients will take it and use it from there. Basic or frequently used request types. Whenever we pass the API request, we have to select the request type, whether it is GET, POST, PUT, DELETE request. So what is the meaning of each and every request type? GET means to get the data, retrieve the data through the API. POST means to add new data. PUT means update the data that already exists. And DELETE means to remove the data. Whenever we send request, we get the response through the API. We get those responses in number formats. For example, 200, OK, 100, 300, 400, 500, 101, 201. So what is the meaning of it? The response having the 100 or 101, 102 numbers, these are the informational responses. It means request is received and continues to be processed. 200, 201, 203, these are the successful responses. It means that the request is successfully received, understood and accepted. The 300 and its series means the redirection. Further action needs to be taken to complete the request. 400 is for client error. The request contains the wrong syntax or cannot be fulfilled. And 500 is the server error. The server fails to fulfill an apparently valid request. These responses helps us to understand the exact reason for failure or for the success of the request, whether the request is successful or not successful. If it is not successful, what may be the reason for the unsuccessful response. This was about basics of APIs. Please consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you.